Hello everyone, in today's video I'll be demonstrating a quick tutorials on how to add outlines to shapes, objects or images. Here are the three methods to add an outline to objects or images. Number one, using shape. Number two, paper edge. Number three, erode palette. While there are many methods available, I'm only focusing on these three for simplicity. When it comes to the test, it's straightforward to add an outline using the inspector. However, for other elements like shapes or images, we need to explore alternative approaches. Let's begin with the shape. First and first, we are going to begin by going to the computer and we are going to start by using shape. Now we are in the computer and we are going to head to the Fusion page. I already have our adjustment clip and I'm going to head to Fusion. So let's keep this aside. This is going to be for my next example. Okay, so using shape, that's pretty self-explanatory. So we are going to use shape. Before we use shape, we are going to get a background. And on the menu here that is readily available, we have rectangular shape and circular shape. So let's just use rectangular shape. By the way, this is true for any kind of shape. So let's put this on the viewer. All right, so this is a simple rectangular shape. So in order to have an outline, we are going to make a copy of the rectangle and the background together. So Command C, and we are going to click outside and Command V. So what we're going to do now is we are going to merge this with the original. So what we want to do, let's say you want the frame or outline to be a white color. What we're going to do now is to change the color of the first background node to white. Why isn't it changing? Well, that's because that background node is behind the black background. So what we could do now is to select the rectangle, and we got various ways we could do this. We could simply increase the border. Increasing the border is the simplest way to do this, or you could increase the width and the height. The easiest way to do this is to increase the border. That is the simple way to draw an outline using shape. That's the first example. Let's get a brand new background, and this time around let's use polygon. By the way, this could be any shape, it doesn't have to be polygon, but with polygon you could create any kind of shape. So that's why I use polygon. So let's draw any kind of shape here. So let's say we got a shape like this. We could still copy this shape and do the same thing. Technically that will work, but this is going to lead me to my second method, which is the paper edge. The paper edge is more equipped to deal with any kind of shape. And by the way, you could also use paper edge on the edit page as well. Okay, I'm going to select the background and we are going to go to effects and we are going to go to templates. Look for paper edge. You could type in paper here, or you could just put PA. You could find it here, paper edge. Okay, so you could drag this down here and connect the background to the paper edge and bring this to the viewer. So you got something like this. But with paper edge, just like the name suggests, the edges look like a paper. Heading to the inspector, this is where we get the control to customize it how we want to. Okay, so here we could put the edge contrast to 0, turning it to a complete outline. But with this one, we also have shadow that we could soften the edge, or we could make the outline also have another outline. But this is optional, or you could blur the outline to make it have that shadow effect. But if you do not want it, you could always put the alpha all the way to 0. And you could do a lot of customization here. Okay, so you could intensify this. You could also increase the borders as well, depending on how thick you want it. Okay, you could change the box to let's say circular. Okay, well, you could go through all of this to see which one fits the taste that you require. Okay, so and paper edge also do work with an image. Okay, so let's try paper edge with an image. Okay, so right now I have an image, so this is an image right now, and I could also use paper edge. So let's use the same one that we have here to do the same thing with this image. Put it down here and the same thing happens. Okay, you could increase the borders, same thing, and you could change the colors, of course. Okay, so if I go to change the colors, same thing. Red works, green works, does not matter. You might prefer the second options to the first one because the first one is usually for just shape, but there is a third option. Okay, so the third option, it's the arrow dilate. Okay, so let's get rid of this paper and we are going to add the arrow dilate, but this one is a bit different. Now I will show you why. So with this one, we need a background and we are going to connect the magic mask as a mask to the background. So now when I connect the background, now the background takes the shape of the image. Now we are going to add an arrow and dilate node. So shift spacebar, add arrow dilate. By the way, what this does is it's going to expand the edges or shrink the edges. That's basically what this does. Okay, so if I decrease this, you could shrink it and you could expand it. So when you put it to 0, that becomes the original image. So that's basically what's going on with the arrow dilate. So we are also going to connect the original image as a foreground to the arrow dilate and put this to the viewer. So now the original image is now in front of the background that you've connected to the arrow dilate. We can go back to the arrow and dilate and increase it. So when we increase this, now you see outline. Okay, and we could also change the color by changing the background color, which is pretty easy. Go to the background and change the color. Okay, so let's make this green based on the thickness. Increase and decrease this based on the thickness. So you can make it real thin or you can make it thicker. Also, since we have a circular edges, we could also pick circle here to make it just a bit more fitted. You're not going to see a significant difference between box, circle, and these options we have filter, but they do have some differences. Okay, as you can see, when I put circular, you can see the edges kind of wrap around a little bit better. So guys, this is it. This was just a quick video to show you guys how to put outline in an object or images. All right guys, so if you like this video, make sure to drop a like. If you want to learn more, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video.